Black Power. Greetings, family. How y'all doing? This is the Black Power Hour. We are
Black
the Africa
Power.
Town Coalition and community members of Africa Town. I know some of y'all saying, what is Africa Town? Africa Town is what a lot of you may refer to as Lamert Park. We're actually right across the street as we do this, but it's what a lot of folks know as the heart of Black LA. And over the years, it's become the cultural mecca, the political mecca. You know, anytime something happens to where, like after Zimmerman was found not guilty for killing Trayvon, the community came, met up, and started shutting the city down. So it's a lot of history to this area. Our coalition came into being back in 2016 in response to the police killings. You know, as people in the community, we got tired of responding after folks were killed, dead, so we started forming response crews throughout the city to where we see it happening. You know, we call people, get backup, and we come out there and make sure our people don't get killed. And to date, you know, all praises to the Most High, it has not happened. But in addition, we also saw that the homeless crisis in LA was rising. So we began mutual aid programs. Our first is, we still do it every Sunday, known as the Break Bread program, where we feed the community, we get resources, but now we also get hotel rooms, clothing. We're even sending stuff off to Africa, Senegal,
That's right.
Tanzania. But this is a community effort, different people in the community helping us make this happen. We get no city funding, but again, this is all community. We also fight for our folks who are still locked up behind the walls. You know, we know the war on drugs was wrong. We know the war on gangs was wrong, but we still got people sitting in prison. So we are still advocating to abolish the prison industrial complex. We are also very much involved in supporting and sustaining Black LA, especially economically right now. We're losing businesses up and down Crenshaw, Inglewood, Watts, Compton. We're losing homes. We're losing apartments. So we are very much involved in the pushback against gentrification on multiple levels. And lastly, we also believe in self-governance. So right now, we believe there's not a lot of adequate political representation for the Black community. We say a lot of what is happening is racist, but again, we have a lot of Black officials in office. So we do call them out when necessary, but we also organize to address our own issues, ultimately becoming self-sustaining. So I'm going to shut up because we got some other folks up here with us. I'm one of the co-founders of the Africa Town Coalition, but right here you also have
Kevin Warden Price. I'm also one of the co-founders of the Africa Town Coalition. And, you know, I just want to say that, you know, this Black Power Hour is really special because we have a number of young people, and we also have a number of new people that has come, you know, to the forefront saying that, you know, they want to make a difference in the community. And so really that's what it's all about is, you know, fighting the good fight and then bringing others in. You know what I'm saying? Like Brandy, we got Brandy Kane over here. We got Stephen over here. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, Stephen is down here at Project 43. So there's a lot going on down there that you definitely need to tap into if you haven't tapped into already. You know, so matter of fact, Project 43, they have like a rental space down there. You know, Stephen can talk about it a little bit more. They have food that they give away down there. I mean, you know, Miss Ann got a dynamic program going on down there. So if you want to be a part of that marathon and keeping that going, you know, she even got a whole ideology and a philosophy around that as well. You know, so definitely go down there and check that out. But, you know, it's definitely nice to be back here in the studio. You know, it's a lot going on in the city right now. There's a lot of politics going on. We have Mark Ridley Thomas, who is under indictment right now. And the strangest thing, you know, is that we have Herb Wesson, right? We have Herb Wesson, who is back in office now after being ousted, you know. Now, I mean, you know, I don't know how that's going to work out, but, you know, it's a pretty interesting thing there. You know, what was that, Tuesday he got sworn in?
Brother Kevin, for those who are not locals, who are those people that you're talking about? Who is Ridley Thomas and who is Herb Wesson?
Oh, sorry about that. These are the city councilmen for Council District 10. And matter of fact, Herb Weston was the supervisor for the county.
Ridley Thomas was a supervisor.
They switched off at some point.
Well, Weston tried to become a supervisor, but Holly Mitchell won.
That's right.
So-
That's right. Holly Mitchell won that one. Okay, I got that. All right. So you know what? Billion really laid it out how Africatown came into existence, and I just want to give a shout out to Brother Timo out there in Zanzibar. You got Brother Timo. You have Roderick out there in Zanzibar. Out there in Zanzibar, they said this is going to be a light thing here. It's not going to be serious. So if I mess up, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to laugh. But, so, we got two of our brothers out there in Zanzibar, Tanzania, and they're doing some great work. I just want to give a shout out to Cat Lego. He was out there as well. He, kind of shared the political ideology of Africatown out there and helped, to move some things forward, and help some black folks secure some better opportunities out there, and just help some black folks get recognized a little bit more in the venues that they were, participating in. So I definitely want to give those three brothers, a shout out. And like Billion said, we have this Pan-African trade going on. And, two of the people that's really moving that forward is Cat Lego, Roderick, and as well Timo. We got a little team over there that's doing some stuff, so we just want to let everybody know that we are trying to practice that Pan-African ideology and methodology and everyday type of thing, because we hear about Pan-Africanism all the time. But then you ask yourself, well, who is really doing Pan-Africanism? How is it affecting our lives? So right now we have the African marketplace. And, those products that we get from Africa goes into the marketplace, a number of vendors that's in the market. They also get products through our folks over there, Roderick and, our folks over there. So, yeah, we're practicing that. And so if you want to practice that as well, there's an opportunity, and we want y'all to come on and participate, man, because we've been doing this now, like Billion said, since 2016. And oftentimes,
even before
that, yeah. Individually or the owner, we was doing that before 2016. So we all came together and, said we're going to do this thing and we're going to walk this walk. So we just invite y'all, man. You've seen us over the years. Back in, if you go back in, 20, I'll say as far as back, I think I went far back as, 2009 or something like that. I saw Billion and Abron them and, and so it even goes further back, and Brandy, you know what I'm saying? So get with it, man, because we are the winning team. I don't know what others might be telling you. I don't know what you might think, but we're the winning team, Africatown Coalition. The people that you see right here, they're on the winning team. And the people that's going to come after this here, they're on the winning team. So if you want to be on the winning team, you need to go on and join up with the Africatown Coalition. But now we ain't about no bullshit. We ain't about that boule agenda. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't about none of that. You can ask some of the politicians that we've encountered and some of the individuals that we've encountered as well that we ain't with that, So if you really with the spirit, that's something that I've learned by being, in this coalition with, the brothers and sisters that I've been in over the number of years, is where the spirit of the struggle really should be. And so we've always moved toward that, and we've always operated from that, and that's why when we make the stand that we make it because we know that our heart is in the right place and our actions is also in the right place and has been in the right place, So I want to go ahead and just pass this on over to Brandy, you know what I'm saying, and let her share some things with
What's
us.
up, family out there? My name is Brandy Kane. I'm a Crenshaw District native. I've been down with Billion for years, Kevin and Steven, everybody down with Africatown Coalition. We've all known each other for some years, doing this work, fighting the good fight, like Kevin said. And as a Crenshaw District native, just I see the efforts at gentrification and how aggressive it has become and has been probably, going back to, I would say in the early stages of around 2010, 2011, 2012, when they first started even talking about bringing the train onto Crenshaw. And just some of the struggles and the fights that we had to address concerning that have led up to this day, 10 or 11 years later. And as a community member, it's concerning to me to see certain changes happening in the community that are not beneficial to us, such as, our 200-something businesses, disappearing off of Crenshaw, black-owned businesses.
Right.
People having to move to, Palmdale and Lancaster and San Bernardino and be displaced. Right now there's buildings left and right in the jungles just coming up empty. And you're seeing furniture on the side of the sidewalk on the curb every other day. And that's just one community, that is an example of that. And so I just want to be involved and be on the right side of history of what I feel is needed to be done in the community, and which is to push back and raise awareness to recruit, numbers of us to fight back against this agenda. When we know there's an agenda, and it's not in our minds. When you have a program and an organization such as Downtown Crenshaw, who raised $115 million to purchase the Crenshaw Mall, and you find out that black money ain't green all of a sudden when your money's no good.
What you mean? What do you mean by that, though? What do you mean exactly by that?
Well, when you have the highest bid and you continue to have the highest bid more than once, and you run off one gentrifier, and then here comes the next gentrifier, and you do all that you can. We went to as far as New York and Chicago, protesting that purchase and trying to have a conversation with those realtors to just to put them on notice that they're not only not wanted, they are not needed in this community necessarily, because we do have the capability to be self-reliant.
So let me just to be clear, so everybody is clear about this here, we had the money to purchase the mall, but the powers that be decided to give the mall to, what's his name?
David Schwartzman. Right.
Yes.
David Schwartzman.
Heritage.
In lieu of us. And so it didn't matter how much money we brought forward. It was already set who was going to get the mall.
Right.
Yeah, and there was an attempt also at a purchase where so for those who are not local, there was a building recently that mysteriously wound up on fire in the middle of the night. And it was a nightclub back in the day called the Total Experience.
Total Experience,
and
y'all.
It's directly across the street from Africatown, from Leimert Park. And I believe Brother Tariq Nasheed did some crowdfunding and raised some funds to purchase that land there, to put a Black History Museum of some sorts there. And same thing like with the mall. His money wasn't green. And they just refused to sell him the property, although, the funds were raised.
Ooh,
and even a step further, there's been an occasion where, what's the building where we had the town hall meeting?
The Blue Building.
Blue Building.
Where they didn't even give us the price.
Right.
They let us come see it. You can come view it. I spoke with the realtor, set up an appointment, came and viewed the place. Of course, I already knew what it looked like, but I just wanted to get the price. Wouldn't even give us a price. And then next thing we know, it's sold to a group of people that don't look like us. So that's what we're dealing with, family, right here in the Crenshaw district. There is an urgency.
Bradfords.
The Bradfords. That's who got
it,
the
right? The
okay,
Bradfords.
right. So there's an
There you-
urgency here to. There's a fight to save Black Los Angeles, and that's what Africatown Coalition is on the forefront of, and also against the fight against police brutality and police killings of our people with impunity. Stephen?
Man, that's a tough one to follow.